Hi, my friend. Welcome back. This is our final video in our Get Started series so that you can set yourself up for success. I'm so excited. We are going to be talking about your daily non-negotiables. Okay. So a lot of times I have clients asking me, I don't really know where I should focus my time. What are the actions that I should be taking that are going to create a difference in my business? Right? So this is a piece of the strategy component that we're going to dive into more as we begin to, create your lead magnet and then decide what it is that we're going to do. But there are going to be some things that we want to do in our business on a daily basis outside of the actual work that we're doing inside of our lead magnet that monetizes challenge. Okay. And they're simple. They don't take a whole bunch of time. You can absolutely do them in, as much time as you have. You can break them down into shorter periods of time, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or you can do them all in 1 hour. But these are the things. These are the revenue generating actions, right? These are the things that are going to absolutely make a difference in your business. So I want you to go ahead and take a look at your workbook. And I want you to go to the part where it says creating your non-negotiables, daily actions that make success inevitable. So look, we've already taken a look at what it is that you want to create, right? We've talked about stepping into our future self. We've talked about where might we be getting in our way. What are some things that we want to do more of? What are some things that we want to do less of, right? And now it's time to really take that future you, the energy and the decisions that you are making to create the success that you want and to anchor that into daily reality. So, what it is that you desire can actually happen. Okay. Because remember, success doesn't happen in those big, bold moves and those big, dramatic moments. It's built on the small, consistent actions that you take every single day. So, we talked about that in one of our previous videos. Hopefully, you're hearing me say the same thing over and over again. Success is not about one big bang. It's not about one big successful launch. It's not about one big thing that we're doing. It's about the things that you commit to and showing up every single day, and your success is built on those small, consistent actions. Really important that you allow yourself the grace to take small, consistent actions. So, the things that we are going to absolutely commit to no matter what. And the things that we're going to commit to no matter what are the things that are going to help us create visibility so that we can get in front of the right client, right? It is going to help us build trust with our ideal clients. It is going to help us create momentum so that we're not stuck in the gap of, oh, I've only gone this far, I need to go this far. That is actually a surefire way to have us feel exhausted and hustly and frustrated, right? We want to make sure that we are taking a look at how far have we come, right? What did I do today that I didn't do yesterday? That's a gain. We get to create that. And those gains, when we notice those, when we celebrate those, when we're in gratitude for all the things that we are doing, that creates momentum. And then finally, what are the things that we're doing that is going to help us create growth over time? So these are our non-negotiables. And when you honor them consistently, success is going to become inevitable for you. Absolutely. Like these are the things that I have taken on my business, done in my business over and over and over and over again, that I know when I show up and I take them consistently, success becomes inevitable. Whenever I hear, either one of my clients or a potential client say that they're not getting the results that they want, it always comes back to not taking action in one of these spaces. Okay. So this video is about getting clear, creating structure, and showing up even when it's inconvenient, even when it's imperfect, even when it feels uncomfortable, right? Even if it's raining outside, right? There's always something that we can do to say yes. So first we want to define our non-negotiables. And I'm going to share with you what we know is working in the market today that is absolutely critical for you creating a thriving and a successful business. So, number one, when you take these consistent actions, you are going to absolutely create momentum and new clients and feel really amazing in your business. But you got to show up on social media every day. Like that is, you can't just like show up only when you feel like it. Why? Because people need to see you and they need to be able to find you. Okay. And just because you are posting something every once in a while and you're worried about posting more often because you're afraid people are going to get sick of you, the actual opposite is happening. You are taking yourself out of the game and you are not showing up. And the truth is that there are people that are looking for you and they want the solution that you can provide. But if you don't show up and they can't find you, they're going to go hire somebody else. Okay. So show up every single day on social media. If you, and look, you get to choose the platform for yourself, right? And inside Activate Abundance Academy and in my own business, we share how important it is to cultivate and grow community inside of a Facebook group. But I will tell you that I show up every single day on my personal page. And sometimes it's just showing up to be visible, to say, hey, this is what I'm doing today. Sometimes it's just to create engagement, right? Sometimes it's actually to share a win or to give value in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of ways that you can show up on social media daily, but you have to commit to doing that. And here's why. Even if you want to do more things in person, you have to allow people to still find you on social media because you have to build trust with people. And trust is not built in one setting or one post or, every once in a while, right? People need to see you repeatedly over time in order for them to see you and to build trust with you. Okay. So I want you to think about I want you to pick one platform. Which one platform will you show up on that you will commit, right? I don't care which one it is, you get to decide, but I want you to pick one that feels the most fun and the most aligned for you to share. And most importantly, where your ideal client is hanging out. Okay, where your ideal client is hanging out. Okay, so I want you to pause this video and I want you to think about it. Where is your ideal client hanging out on social media? Are they on Instagram? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Are they on YouTube? Right? Where are they on TikTok? Look, I'm not on TikTok because that doesn't align for me. I'm on Facebook. I cross post to Instagram. Those are where I spend the majority of my time, right? But primarily, I spend 90% of my time on Facebook because that's where my ideal client is. And that is where I have cultivated and built community there. But you get to choose. You get to choose your own adventure here. So, number one, show up on social media daily. Number two, reach out to 3 or more people a day, right? Social media is about being social. Your connection is your currency. Our visibility and our connection is our currency. We have, whether it's potential client, whether it's a collaborator, whether it's a colleague or a peer, relationships are what grow your business. So I want you to notice that I didn't say reach out to 3 or more people a day and try to get them to buy your thing, right? That is not how we build a heart-centered business. We want to build a heart-centered business based on relationships and connection. So who could you serve today? Who could you reach out to today just to connect, Okay, that's all this is reaching out to 3 people that you can connect just to connect. And so I want you to pause the video now, and I want you to make a list of names or types of people that you could reach out to today, right? Maybe they're sitting in your Facebook group. Maybe they are in a program that you're in. Wherever that is, we want to reach out to 3 people just to say, hey, hi, I see you. How are you? Is there anything I can help you with? Awesome. Number 3, actively engage with those 3 people. So we're going to reach out to, 3 people with a personal message. Hi, how are you? I was thinking about you, right? But we also want to engage. So what does this mean? This means being an active participant in your space. This means commenting on the posts or the comments that people are commenting. If someone is leaving you a comment on a post that you're making, you need to go back and let them know that you've seen that and say thank you or follow up. Cheer others on, right? Add value in some way, shape, or form, right? So if somebody is commenting on your, I'm just going to use Facebook because that's where I hang out. If someone is commenting on your Facebook post, I want you to respond back, but also go to their personal page and find something that you authentically and genuinely want to comment about and make it meaningful. This is how we engage. And the truth is that the algorithm works this way. So for all of the people that are saying, oh, the algorithm doesn't work or it's, working against you, that's not true at all. Social media is based on who you are being social with. And the more people that you are connecting with and being social with, the more people will actually see your stuff and be in that generosity game and connecting with you. So I want you to ask yourself, where will you engage? So on that social media platform, where will you engage? Is it in your Facebook group? Is it on your personal page? Is it in other groups that you might be in? And that what kind of comments will you leave that feel authentic and supportive? Okay. Number 4, plan your day with intention. Okay. So remember, time is not about managing it, it's about directing it. And when you plan your day with clarity, you begin to take back control of your focus, your energy, and your results. So, one of the things that I highly, highly recommend is that you take the first hour, and I call it my golden hour. And the first hour is when I focus on these non negotiables. Okay. And I do as many, I try to take something every single day and take action on it. And they all fall underneath the category of how am I getting in front of my ideal client, visibility, right? Showing up on social media. How am I connecting with people and nurturing them? Number 2. And number 3 is going to be the people that I have connected with and that I have relationships with already. Who am I inviting to take that natural next step? Okay, so this is just a little ninja tip if this works for you. When will you plan your day? Are you going to plan your day on the weekend? Are you going to plan your day on a morning of? I love to, again, just have that first hour where I know that that is what I'm committed to. In that first hour, I know I'm going to focus on my non-negotiables, my needle movers. Okay. And then you can also ask yourself, what kind of tool or planner do you want to use? So I actually use both. I love paper. I love to write. I've got a gazillion notebooks around here. I love to get ideas down. It uses a different part of my brain, but you might also want to use an online calendar or something. So you get to decide what that looks like for you. And then finally, what are you going to prioritize in your planning? And this is really important. I want you to think about that first hour, being focused on your revenue generators, but what else are you going to put on your calendar? For example, by when are you going to shut it down, right? When are you going to take lunch? Do you have exercise scheduled in there? Do you have meal time scheduled in there? It's important that you prioritize the things, your non-negotiables, and our non-negotiables also have to do with our own health and our own well-being, right? So these non-negotiables that I'm talking about here are real more around, building and growing your business, but we also have non-negotiables that are going to help us stay physically healthy, energetically healthy, mentally healthy, and emotionally healthy. Okay, so don't forget about those. And then finally, visualize your success. Visualize your success. What we focus on grows. And you've got 5 minutes, even if it's in the shower, to visualize what connecting with your vision. What does it look like when you have the thing? How are you feeling, right? This will shift your energy. This will help you to focus your subconscious mind into alignment with the life that you're creating. Because here's the thing that happens with our brain. The more we focus on something, the more it actually creates new neural pathways and it puts it on repeat, right? So again, the more we focus on the good things that are happening and all of the gratitude that we have, and we're looking for evidence about how amazing it is and how amazing our life is and how much fun it is to build our business, those thoughts are going to get locked in as new neural pathways because we're putting those on repeat, right? However, if we're putting things on repeat like, no, I don't know what to do. This is so hard. No one's going to ever pay for this. I can't find clients, blah, 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 right? Then those are going to get locked and loaded because the brain loves to conserve energy, right? So the things that we are putting on more often on repeat, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm expending so much energy thinking about this. I'm just going to put this on repeat. Okay. When you make the intention to visualize your success on a daily basis, This is going to allow you to create those new neural pathways and help you move further into that empowered leader that you already are. Okay, so visualize your success daily. All right, my friend. And then finally, just notice, are there some of these that feel a little bit wonky, right? Sometimes it might feel like, oh, this one feels a little stretchy for me. It's okay. It's okay for things to feel stretchy. Okay. And what I want you to be clear about is that just because they feel stretchy doesn't mean that they are not important to do in order to create momentum, right? So notice which one of these feel a little bit stretchy and which one of these you're most excited to try and to implement. Maybe it's like, oh my gosh, yes, I am so excited to just get an hour focused on my day. Beautiful, right? And then we also want to ask ourselves, what are you going to do to keep yourself consistent even when life gets busy? Because the truth is, life happens, life will happen, and we get to make those decisions, right? This goes back to our decision video. What are you going to do to keep yourself consistent and to show up for these 5 non-negotiables? Even when you don't feel like it, even when it feels hard, even when it gets busy, right? There are multiple ways that you can still take action on each one of these 5, multiple ways, unlimited ways, or unlimited ways for that you can create possibility around. Okay. And so I want you to write down in your workbook the daily actions that you're going to commit to because you know that they're going to bring your vision to life. So where are you going to show up on social media every day? I'm going to just go back and recap these, right? So number 1 was showing up on social media every day. Where are you going to do that? Right? And look, it doesn't need to be a long post, right? It could be a quote. It could be as simple as that. It could be, sharing a pretty flower that's blooming in your yard. Honestly, for right now, we just get to commit to being in the energy of showing up every day. Number 2, reaching out to 3 or more people a day. Okay. Who can you connect with? Make sure that you've got that list of names, right? Number 3, engaging with actually the people that are engaging with you, right? Being an active participant in this space. And look, I am not talking about staying on social media for hours. This is 1 hour in your day. You can figure this out to work 1 hour in your day, even if you have to split it up. You can do this. This is not hard. Birthing a baby naturally was hard at home, but this is not hard, right? Number 4, planning your day with intention, okay? Directing your time, right? What are you going to take control of? Where is your focus and your energy going so that you can get the results that you want? And number 5, visualizing your success every single day. Like this is, remember, these are called non-negotiables for a reason, right? Visualize your success daily. What you focus on grows. What you put on repeat 51% of the time is what gets locked and loaded in the brain. All right. And then again, your final commitment, you're just going to write those down. And I want you to remember that every time you honor these, every single time you honor these, you are showing up as the empowered leader in your business. You are building momentum. You are creating results. You are stepping into your next level. And I'm so, so excited for you all to do this. So I can't wait to see you guys. Remember, you can come back to these videos at any time. If there is a specific one that you want to come back to, if you know that you're like, oh, darn, gosh, you know what? I've actually been spending a lot of time on the yellow road, right? How do I get back into the green road? This is reflection, right? This is never going to be a one and done. Mindset is never a one and done. Mindset and building success in your business is about doing the reps every single day, repeatedly and consistently. And you've got this. You are strong. You are powerful. You are capable. And I am here for you and I am cheering you on. All right, my friend, I will see you in our live calls. Have a great day.